Nothing handicaps a nation and its people more than fear, and that's the one thing the intolerant among us have never figured out. To rule by division is to dance on dynamite. It is to keep our country in constant fear of explosion, and we have never advanced when we have been in such a state. Like the universe itself, freedom must be ever expanding to remain viable. Progress is defined by the degree to which each generation further moves the nation along towards its goal of fulfilling its ultimate destiny of full equality in fact and not in fiction. Our words of being a colorblind society ring hollow when so many of us embrace racism. Our proclamations of being religiously tolerant resonate like a shrill sham when we embrace those who profess their hatred of Muslims and other non-Christian faiths. To the extent that we point out our differences and exploit them for personal or political gain is the extent to which we are being unpatriotic. For to the extent that we do this is the extent to which we emulate the Nazis, the fascists, the communists, and every dictator and despot in the long history of the world. It doesn't matter what others have done in the past or what others are doing now, for we are in competition against no one but ourselves. It is our lofty ideals and our lofty ideals alone that we must live up to. It is to the extent that we fulfill America's promise that we will be judged, for we Americans are in a league of our own. For alone among all the nations in the history of the world, we have proclaimed freedom, equality, and liberty to be our holy grail. These are the standards that we as a people have set for ourselves, and it is the extent to which we fail to live up to these standards every day of our lives that we let ourselves and our country down. So if you hate Muslims because they are Muslims, you hate America. If you hate a black person because that person is black, you hate America. If you hate a white person because that person is white, you hate America. If you hate a woman because she is a woman, you hate America. And if you hate a gay person because that person is gay, you hate America. There is no place for arbitrary judgment in this country. Here you judge not a faith, a race, a gender, or a sexual orientation. You judge a person, and only a person. And you do everything in your power to ensure not that every person will be equally successful, but that every person will have an equal opportunity to succeed to the best of his or her ability. That is what being an American is all about. Working together in appreciation of our diversity and on behalf of a noble ideal and a common country. A country whose promise has only been limited by the narrow-mindedness of those who've called it their own.